Hi guys, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make this flower crochet stitch. And to do this stitch, you can use any size yarn and whatever hook size that yarn recommends. I'm using worsted weight yarn, which is 4 ply for the US, 10 ply for Australia, and I'm using a 5mm hook or a size H hook for the US. The multiples of this stitch is 8 plus 2. And what that means is that you're going to chain in sets of 8, 8, 8, 8 until you've reached your desired width. Once you have, you chain 2 more and you're ready to start row 1. Okay, I have my multiples of 8. I have it the width that I want, so I'm going to go ahead and chain 2 more and I'm ready to start row 1. For row 1, you want to put a single crochet in a second chain from the hook. So count 1, 2, and in the second chain here, I'm only going under one of the loops of the chain. Put your single crochet. Then you'll want to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to skip 3 chains. 1, 2, 3, and in this 4th chain, you're going to put 6 double crochets. That's a lot of double crochets. Okay, so again, I'm only going under one of the loops. So you're going to be working 6 double crochets all in the same chain space. So that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. So once you have your 6 double crochets, you're going to want to flip it over and find that very first double crochet that you did, the stitch here, and you're going to insert your hook inside the stitch of the first double crochet. Actually, I need to be on this side of my yarn. And then you're going to pull, you're going to slip stitch, basically. You're going to pull yarn through that stitch and the loop on your hook to create your puff stitch, your popcorn stitch, I should say. Then you'll turn, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to skip over 3 stitches, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and in this 4th stitch, you want to put a single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet into that same chain space. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet after you've skipped 3 stitches. Once you've done that, you'll repeat for the row. You'll chain 4, just like we did at the beginning. Remember, we single crocheted, we chained 4. Then you'll skip 3, and in the 4th chain, again, you're going to work your 6 double crochets, all in the same chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Once you've done that, again, you're going to flip it over, find that stitch of your very first double crochet, insert your hook, and then you're going to slip stitch to secure. Then again, you can chain 3 and then have your work facing you again. Then you'll skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in this 4th stitch here, again, you're going to put a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Now, if you haven't noticed already, there's a chain 4 going in before you do the popcorn stitch, and there's only a chain 3 afterwards. So just remember, there's a chain 4, do your 6 double crochets, do the popcorn stitch, and then chain 3. But you're always going to be skipping 3 chains. So after you got done with your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, we're going to start our next popcorn stitch. So again, you're going to chain 4, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in this 4th chain, you're going to work your 6 double crochets. 4, 5. If you can hear that, sorry, it's a ambulance outside. Okay, so we have our 6 double crochets, so I'm going to turn, do my popcorn stitch, chain 3 as usual, and then again you're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, which brings you to the very last chain of your row, and you want to work a single crochet in that very last chain. So obviously your project's probably not this small, so you're just going to continue doing the same pattern until you get to the end, and you should end having 4 chains, sorry. You'll skip 3 chains, and then in the 4th you'll put your single crochet, and that will end row 1. Okay, for row 2, and this is the beginning of the repeat rows, you're going to be repeating rows 2 through 5, so you can mark where you are in your video now so that you can rewind it when you need to go back. So for row 2, you're going to begin by chaining 3 and then turn. And then in that very first single crochet, you want to do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all worked in the same stitch. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Then after that you'll chain 2, maybe. And then you're going to put a single crochet worked in your puff stitch hole basically, but you have to come from behind. So come from behind and then pick up the stitch like this. See, I have my finger in the top of the stitch here and one going through the back so that I know that this is the top stitch here. You go from behind and come up to the top of the popcorn stitch, and then you'll do your single crochet. Then you'll chain 2 more. Now in this area where you did a single crochet, chain 1 single crochet, and I know it can be difficult to find the chain 1 between these 2 single crochets, but find that center chain 1 space there, and you're going to want to work a double crochet, chain 1, and you're going to want to do another double crochet, chain 1 2 more times. So all working in the same stitch, do double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and then the very last stitch will just be a double crochet. Kind of created a bit of like a mini fan. So double crochet, chain 1 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then the very last one will just be a double crochet. And when you've gotten that done, you'll repeat what you did before, which is chain 2, find your popcorn stitch again, find that stitch you need to come in, you go under and out the top, pull up a loop, then you do your single crochet, and then chain 2, and then now you're going to start your double crochet, chain 1 3 times in the chain 1 space in between your single crochets. So double crochet, chain 1, that's 1, double crochet, chain 1, that's 2, double crochet, chain 1, that's 3. After you have your 3, just double crochet 1 more time and you're done. And then again you're going to chain 2, put your single crochet worked in the top of your popcorn, and you're going to repeat that for the row. So I'm going to chain 2, single crochet my popcorn, then chain 2, and then it'll bring you, when you do finally get to the end of your row, you want to put you're going to be working in the single crochet, the last single crochet here, and you're going to put a double crochet, then you'll chain 1 and then put 2 double crochets. So you'll have a double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and that will end row 2. Okay, for row 3, you want to begin by chaining 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then turn. And now you're going to skip on over to your single crochet that you have worked here in your popcorn stitch. So in the single crochet here, you're going to put a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Then you're going to repeat your popcorn stitch stuff again. So you're going to be chaining 4. And now in the center of the, you have a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and then that'll give you 1, 2, 3. You have 3 spaces basically here. And you want to pick the middle space. And you want to start working your 6 double crochets in that space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And to complete the popcorn, again, you have to flip it over, find that first double crochet that you did, and slip stitch. Then remember, after your popcorn stitch, you'll chain 3, not 4, because the slip stitch that you do to create the popcorn actually kind of creates a chain. So I think this is why they do only a chain 3 after this, in case you're wondering. Now again, it brings us up to the next single crochet in front of our popcorn, and those will work the same way. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Then that brings us back up to where we need our popcorn again. So again, we're going to chain 4, then double crochet in that center place. Put 6 double crochets there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Create your popcorn, chain 3. Then we'll be doing our single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, worked again in that single crochet. And you'll continue this down your row. And when you get to the end of your row, after you've done the single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, you're going to chain 4 like you always do, like you're getting ready to do your next popcorn. But instead, this very last stitch here, it looks like, yeah, this very first chain 3 here, we're going to be putting a double crochet worked in the top of that chain 3. And that is how you'll end row 3. Okay, for row 4, you're going to chain 1 and turn. And in the very first single crochet of our row, we're going to put a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to work in this again in the single crochet, chain 1, single crochet space, in the chain 1 in between those 2 single crochets if you can find it. Again, you're going to work your double crochet, chain 1 3 times. So that's 1 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, and then the final one will just be a double crochet. Then you'll chain 2, and again you'll find that popcorn stitch here and put a single crochet in it. Chain 2, find again your space in between your chain 1, your chain 1 space between your 2 single crochets, and you'll be working your chain 1, double crochet, chain 1 3 times. And the final one will be just a double crochet. When you finish that, you'll be chaining 2, single crochet in your popcorn stitch again, chain 2, and then again you're ready for your next, I don't know what you want to call those, shell in your chain 1 space. And you're going to continue this down your row. And then when you get to the end here, whoops, so I'm trying to look at the chart while I'm crocheting and I'm losing my crochet, which is weird because I usually don't have to look. At the end, you're going to be chaining 2, and then you'll need to put a single crochet, it looks like in the 4th. So count up 1, 2, 3, 4 in this 4th chain up. So you start from your first chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. In that 4th chain, you want to do a single crochet. Yeah, because then this will give you a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, just like you've been doing this whole time. So after you've done that, then you will have completed row 4. So then we only have row 5 left for the repeat. Okay, for row 5, you're going to chain 1 and turn. You're going to put a single crochet in that first single crochet. You want to chain 4. Then we're going to work our first popcorn stitch in that center stitch like we always have been doing for this pattern. Work 6 double crochets in that space. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Turning it, creating my popcorn, chain 3, and then it'll bring you up to your single crochet above your popcorn stitch, and in that single crochet you're going to work your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and then you'll chain 4 because you're getting ready to start making your next popcorn. And remember, after your popcorn you'll only chain 3, and then in the single crochet you'll be working your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, and you're going to repeat that for the row. Okay, at the end of row 5 you're going to finish your popcorn stitch. You'll chain 3 as usual, and then you want to single crochet in the very last single crochet to end row 5. And from here on out it's just a repeat. Now you can go back to row 2, which is going to be a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then turn, and then you'll put a double crochet in the first stitch. You'll chain 1, and then you'll put another double crochet, and then after that you'll chain 2, and you'll be working your single crochet in your popcorn stitch. It's going to be an exact repeat of row 2, but it's basically the same every row with just minor differences, so it should be pretty easy to follow along. So that's it, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to like and comment down below and let me know what you think about the video. If you're a first-time watcher, you haven't got a chance to subscribe, go to my main YouTube page. You can click the subscribe button, and if you want to be notified whenever I release a new tutorial, you can hit that little bell button right beside the subscribe button, and it'll always let you know whenever I release a new tutorial. If you're wondering what kind of hook I'm using a wooden furls hook. You can find the link down below this video, and if you are going to order one, I recommend you order it with an extended hook. If not, you're only going to get half the size. Also, I have a group on Facebook called Crochet for the Masses, where we go and we share links to free patterns and pictures of our projects we're working on. You can ask questions. It's a really nice group. You can also find that link down below this video. So that's it, guys. Thank you so very much for watching.